Hello and welcome, I'm Chris and this is the hair tutorial channel, and this week I'm going to be talking about the top tips for backcomb balayage. So stay tuned and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification button for more videos. So when it comes to sectioning, it is very important. Work cleanly, obviously, but also you're going to use different section patterns depending on the picture your client has shown you. However, I find that the best sectioning either is back diagonal or forward diagonal. And the reason behind this is if you're taking a horizontal section, you stand more chance of creating a line. Whereas if you're going a back diagonal or a forward diagonal, that is going to be much softer. And because of the slant, got less chance of actually creating a line within the balayage. If you'd like more tips on balayage, then in the description below is a link that will give you a free download of the balayage, which also includes some new head sheets to give you a rough idea of how generally I will go about doing the sectioning for my balayage. And the next tip is elevation. If you hold the section for the balayage low, just like when cutting, you're going to create more bluntness. Whereas the higher you hold the section, when you let that section go, the softer it will be. And exactly the same goes when you're doing balayage. So again, if you struggle with getting lines within your balayage, if you elevate your section, you're less likely to get a line. The next up is, of course, your backcombing. Now remember, we're backcombing not for hair up. So when we're backcombing for hair up, we're trying to put as much backcombing in the hair as possible to create a padding and to create volume and something that's going to hold. However, when we're doing balayage, we are just trying to diffuse the line, that's all. So start about 3/4 of the way down and just lightly hold the hair between your tips of your fingers, and then in one smooth stroke, begin to push the hair towards the root. If you don't feel that that's enough, go in again and just gently do it again until you've built up enough backcombing that you are happy with and has left you with enough hair to work with. If this bothers you and you're going to be using a balayage board, some of them have teeth on, which is going to push that out of the way. Or you can get a section clip and you can actually clip that flatter to the head, allowing you to get a little bit closer and not have to worry about that backcombing being in the way or touching it. Now when it comes to your products as well, there are lots of great lighteners and clay products out there, but always follow the manufacturer's instructions. And if you want to thicken it up, then use something like a thickening powder or a thickening liquid. But by sticking to the manufacturer's instructions, you're going to get the levels of lift that they say you are. You're also going to achieve the same result every single time. And again, using different levels of developer depending on whether the hair has colour on it or whether you say have a natural root and some colour build up on the end, will also help with the different levels of lift here. Now when it comes to applying, we have our back diagonal section and we're going to hold it out. Now remember, the more you elevate, again, the softer this is going to help the line be. And what you want to think about doing is work nice and cleanly and keep your brush clean, and try not to ever come in directly horizontal. As soon as you do that, you're going to push colour through the section and create a line. So always try and work vertically and start about 2 inches below where you want the highest point to be. So you're going to come in and you're just going to gently work on that middle section and apply the lightener in a downward motion. Then you can come back in and in an upward motion start to build up your lightener. By coming in an upward motion, you're going to have again a softer line because you're going against the grain of the hair. And again, we're working in a V. And you can, if you want to as well, come up that middle section and create a high point in the middle as well, if that's the desired look that you want. Now, when it comes to the saturation, just think moist, damp, wet. And again, Keep your brushes clean. Now I like to work actually with a small brush, but your brush will obviously depend on yourself, on what you like, whether you like a stiff brush or whether you like a soft brush. So playing around with different types, again, is just part of the learning process. As well, in this instance, I've used my hand. However, in some instances, I will use a balayage board. It can vary depending on the mood that I'm in, or the picture that the client has actually showed me, whether I feel the board would work better, because I would be able to paint some colour on the board and get more saturation on the underneath side. Now when you've done your section, you can cover it or you can leave it open to the air. However, generally I tend to cover mine. I may just lightly lay some cotton wool to keep sections separated. I may use cling film or I may use foil, but by using cling film or foil, you're trapping some of the heat in, and you, generally speaking, will get a bit more lift if you cover it rather than leave it open to the air. I also find it's a little bit better because you know what clients are like for popping to the toilet or moving about and splattering bleach everywhere, so it does help as well from that aspect. Now of course there are lots of different aspects to the balayage. Obviously when we take them to the basin, we're going to have to remove this back combing. Now using something like a wet brush is perfect for doing this. However, if you are going to use a comb, make sure that you use a wide tooth comb, and when you are removing it, again, don't come in horizontally with your comb to try and remove that back combing. Actually come in vertically, and this way you'll pull the back combing much easier out than if you try and come in horizontally, and you won't get as many pulls and snags when you're doing it. And don't forget, in the comments below, why not tell me which technique you think will help you the most. The free link in the description below goes into more depth about consultation as well as the sectioning patterns. So if you've liked this video, why not check out one of my other videos coming up, or check out some of the ones that I've linked in the description below, and I'll see you next time.